This is the installation tutorial for the Accordance script library and the services that come with the package to help automate your use of Accordance in and out of other applications as well. These have been rewritten to work with Accordance version 10 and Mac OS 10.7 and 8. To download the package, just go to the Macintosh Biblio blog, and on the downloads page you can find a listing of where you can download the Accordance Automation script library. Once you've done that, you will find the folder here, and you need to go to the library folder to see where it is you're going to do the installation. You can get to the library folder in the Finder. Go into the Go menu, hold down the Option key, and Library will appear. There's two folders you're looking for in here. One is the Scripts folder and the other is the Services folder. In the Scripts folder, this is where you drag the Accordance script library into there. And inside the Services folder, this is where you take the services from the Accordance script library and automation package and put them into the Services menu of the library folder. Now you want to make sure to only put in the services that correspond to the text modules and tools that you use. You won't want to put them all in like I've done here, because that will create too much clutter in your menus when you're going to work with these in your workflow. Once you have those installed, a good thing to do is to go to the System Preferences and first have a look at the Accessibility panel and make sure that Enable Access for Assisted Devices is checked. This allows the script library to do things like select menu options to bring up new windows in Accordance and type into the text fields, the search fields, etc. And then also you'll want to go to the Keyboards Preference panel, to the Keyboard tab and the Services subpanel, and scroll down till you find the Text section. And in this Text section is where you will find the services that manipulate text, in particular the ones that you've just now installed. You can do two things in here. One is you can temporarily enable and disable some of the services that you've already installed, but more importantly, you can assign global keyboard shortcuts to have quick access to these service actions instead of just using menu options. So for Accordance English tool, I've got that set to a keyboard for A because it's my anchor Yale Bible Dictionary. The map, see, we've got down there with associated with an M, and then another kind of service is this inserting of scripture verses, and we've got that set to a key combination with V. So once you have that done, you're ready to go. Let me say a little bit more about the kinds of services there are by looking at the naming conventions. There are two basic types of services. These that have the word accordance in them. What these do is they take the input, whether it be a word or a set of words or a verse reference, and then they bring accordance to the front and open up the kind of window that you've designated and then run the search there in accordance for that. So quick access to that. For instance, the one here that says accordance map, what that does is takes the selection of the input that you've given it, presumably a name place, and it'll bring an accordance atlas to the front and run the search for it real quick to show it. The second type of a service are these, mostly that use the word insert, and these are primarily for the purpose of your workflow. You're in your word processing document, probably in Word or TextEdit or whatever it may be, pages, and you want to insert full text, and so this allows you to take just a verse reference and without ever bringing accordance to the front, insert the verses that you're needing into the text document that you're working with. Notice in the naming convention what these say is insert verses first, and what that means is your first text module. This will insert from your second text module, obviously from your third. You can also, instead of specifying just the order of text modules, you can specify actual names. For the Common English Bible, it'll insert that. From the Septuagint, it'll insert it there. From the NIV 11, it'll insert it from there. The ones that bring accordance to the front, in addition to just the order of scripture modules in general, you can work with English tools, the first, second English tool, even the first map, beige, whatever color you want to reference. And also, for instance, look at these reference tools, first and second reference tool module, or again, you can specify them by name. It's the case for the English tools, the Greek tools, the Hebrew tools, the general tools, all the kinds of tools that you can access. You can also, though, access scripture text windows in accordance. And these you can change the field to search by verses or by words. So you can bring an accordance scripture text window forward and let it indicate for it to be the first English text or the second English text or the third. Likewise for the Greek, for the Hebrew, and again you can specify names of those Greek texts as well. Prepare to search by verses or by words. Let's make sure that we understand what we're talking about when we say first module, second module, third module. So in accordance, if you look in the library, you can customize the order that your texts come in. And so obviously this CEB will be my first scripture text, my second one, my third, my fourth. For the services that parse it out by English text, Greek texts, Hebrew texts, they correspond with the menu options under these new file, new menu options. So that's the basic setup. Once you have those ready to go, you are ready to use the Accordance services in your workflow, and we'll have another tutorial to work our way through showing how to demonstrate that.